Welcome back to The Lost Tactician, where history and human resilience intersect in the most unexpected places. Today we're stepping into the foxholes and forward positions of World War II to explore a question that carried profound weight for millions. What did a soldier eat when survival itself was uncertain? Imagine a world where your next meal could be days away, where every calorie mattered, and where what fit in your pocket could mean the difference between endurance and collapse. The rations that sustained these soldiers weren't just food. They were engineering marvels and blueprints for how we prepare for survival today. The brutality of World War II combat extended far beyond enemy fire. Soldiers faced relentless hunger where men endured not merely hours without adequate food, but sometimes days. In trenches and forward positions, the cold bit through uniforms, muscle burned away as energy reserves depleted, and minds grew foggy from malnutrition. This was the daily reality of millions. But food represented something far more complex than sustenance. It was morale incarnate. A hot meal, however modest, could restore a soldier's will to continue fighting. A shared chocolate bar passed between comrades in a muddy trench became an anchor to humanity when everything else seemed reduced to mud and terror. Military leaders understood this truth. An adequately fed soldier maintained focus and the mental fortitude necessary to function under conditions designed to break the human spirit. This reality drove military quartermasters to innovate in ways that would fundamentally reshape how humanity approaches survival provision. The American military developed 3 primary ration systems, each engineered for distinct operational requirements. The C ration became the workhorse of the battlefield. Contained in metal cans, each C ration comprised a meat component featuring hash, stew, or meat and beans, and a B unit containing hard biscuits, confectionery like chocolate, and beverage powder such as coffee. Soldiers could heat these meals over small fires or consume them cold, if necessary, ready to eat within seconds of opening. For specialized assault operations, the K ration emerged as the lightweight alternative. Paratroopers and rapid deployment forces, well, they just couldn't afford heavy loads. Each soldier received 3 boxed meals per day, canned meat, a dense fruit bar providing calories and a bit of psychological sweetness, hard biscuits, bouillon powder and cigarettes, a critical morale item, honestly. The K ration was intentionally designed for short operations, typically 3 to 5 days maximum, since, consuming them longer led to digestive distress. Then there was the D ration, the chocolate bar of last resort. These high-calorie emergency provisions were, quite deliberately, formulated to be unpalatable so soldiers wouldn't consume them unnecessarily. Containing upwards of 1,800 calories per bar, the D ration represented pure survival energy. Veterans recalled these bars with grimaces, remembering them as tasting like cardboard and cocoa dust. Yet they acknowledged their life-saving properties when facing starvation. What really distinguished these rations was the psychology embedded in their design. Accessory packs accompanied main rations, including cigarettes, matches, chewing gum, toilet paper, and small can openers, the iconic P-38 opener, that postage stamp-sized piece of steel that, honestly, became legend. These items maintained dignity and a sense of normalcy in abnormal circumstances, reminding soldiers they remained human. Creating these rations represented a revolution in food science that emerged directly from military necessity. Nutritionists and chemists solved an unprecedented problem: pack maximum nutrition into minimum weight, while ensuring food remained edible and safe across temperature extremes, from Arctic to tropical environments. Every calorie counted, every gram mattered. The solution involved advanced canning processes that eliminated oxygen drying techniques that transformed fresh foods into compact powders, and compression methods binding nutrients into portable bars. The packaging itself was an engineering achievement. Cans needed to withstand rough handling and transport, while remaining openable without specialized tools beyond the small can opener every soldier carried. The choices reflected hard-won understanding of human nutrition under stress. Scientists recognized that sustained combat depletes the body's stores of vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. While World War II rations weren't perfectly balanced by modern standards, they represented the best contemporary science could achieve. The inclusion of confectionery wasn't frivolous. Sugar provided immediately available energy, while receiving chocolate in a war zone provided psychological benefits extending beyond pure calories. This understanding shaped every aspect of ration development. Examine a modern military MRE, meal ready to eat, and you're essentially examining the great-grandchild of the World War II C ration, refined through decades of technological advancement. The retort pouch, a flexible package providing the durability of cans with just a fraction of the weight, represents the direct evolution of canned ration technology. Components remain recognizable. There's a protein entree, a starch component, accessory items, and confectionery. The principles that guided World War II ration design, well, they remain central to military food systems today. Civilian emergency preparedness has adopted these foundational principles wholesale. When disaster preparedness experts recommend maintaining emergency food supplies, they're drawing from World War II-era understanding that non-perishable, calorie-dense foods are essential during disruptions. Modern emergency kits containing canned goods, energy bars, and dried staples represent the direct descendant of wartime rationing. The outdoor recreation industry has commercialized wartime innovations. Freeze-dried meals for backpacking owe everything to preservation techniques pioneered by military scientists. Energy and granola bars sold in supermarkets, well, they trace their lineage directly to fruit bars in K rations. The influence extends into everyday consumer products. Spam achieved mass production because the military standardized it as a ration component. Chef Boyardee canned pasta became a household staple after wartime manufacturing made it widely available. Frozen orange juice concentrate emerged from military need for portable vitamin C sources. These products, now woven into civilian food culture, originated in laboratories and field tests, desperate to keep soldiers alive and functional. World War II survival rations represent far more than historical curiosities. They embody the principle that human ingenuity, when confronted with genuine survival challenges, produces solutions that endure for generations. The soldiers who ate these rations under fire could never have imagined their meager meals would inspire emergency kits in homes across the world nearly 80 years later, yet they did. The principles they lived by: pack nutrition efficiently, design for portability, prioritize preservation, acknowledge that food feeds both body and spirit, remain the foundation of modern survival thinking. As we face an uncertain world where emergencies remind us that preparedness matters, World War II rations become newly relevant. These soldiers survived through innovation and discipline, through the recognition that seemingly small preparations can mean the difference between crisis and catastrophe. Their legacy lies in the mindset those rations represent, that survival requires foresight, that human resilience can be amplified through intelligent preparation, and that history often holds the keys to facing our future. The stories of human perseverance and ingenuity are endless, and they're waiting to be discovered. If you found value in exploring how history shapes our present and prepares us for tomorrow, we invite you to like this video, share it with fellow history enthusiasts and survival-minded individuals, and subscribe to The Lost Tactician. Each episode brings you deeper into the intersection of historical wisdom and modern resilience. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the next tactical lesson from history.